Hi guys, welcome to week 2 of A Lesson with Alyson. This week what we're going to speak about is the golf swing and go into a little bit more detail about the body motion within the swing. Now, last week we spoke about the key bits that you need to set up to the ball. So we spoke about our stance, we spoke about aiming the club, aiming the body as well, and most importantly, the grip. So hopefully you've had a bit of a chance to practice those, and now we're moving on to actually swinging the club here today. Now, a good thing to help you get started is actually by removing the club and getting the feeling of this motion of the body in the golf swing. So taking the stance from our last video where we spoke about a small step to the left and a small step to the right to ensure that our stance is shoulder width apart. From here, what I want you to practice is actually crossing your arms over. Okay, now we're not using the golf club for this one, we're just thinking about the movement of the body within the swing. So now that I'm in my golf position, I'm a right-handed golfer, so I'm going to think about moving onto my right foot here and turning my body back. Okay, so I'm thinking about the rotation as I'm going back here as well. Okay, and then from here, I'm then thinking about going towards my target. So for me, that's onto my left foot. So I'm thinking about moving my weight across and forward and onto my left foot here as well. Now, most importantly, I'm nice and balanced here at the end and my body is facing the target. And again, this is something that we really want to replicate when we're swinging the golf club. So a good idea for you if you're coming along to the range or even before you head out onto the golf course is actually getting some practice in it doing these movements. So back and then forward and nice and balanced. And again, moving on to our back foot and then forward onto our front foot there. Now I would do that before I even picked up the golf club just to help with that motion and so that you can feel what it's like in terms of moving the body backwards and then forwards. And then once you've done that a few times, we're then ready to pick up the club. Okay, so now that we're ready to start swinging the club, what I would like to see is you starting off small. Okay, so now that I've got my setup correct, okay, so I've got my club behind the back of the ball, nice and square. I've got my feet in, shoulder width apart. My body is nice and lined up and my hands are now on the club. So what I'm looking to do here to start off with is swing it back to hip height. Okay, if I can do that, I'm going to have a nice controlled shot. So back to hip height and then forward the same length here as well. Okay, so if I show you what that looks like. Now, although that wasn't the longest shot in the world, I was in full control of my swing. And if I can get it right, swinging the club to hip height, then I can start to get the club a little bit further back and get a little bit more distance into it. Okay, so that was week 2, that is the basics. If you want to learn more, you can head over to our website and book a coaching session in with myself or a member of the team.